Hello, softball friends. Another week, another round of teams to explore. 10 more teams we take a look at today to see where they ranked and see how they did in 2025's Summer Classic. We're counting them down each week till we get to number one. Each week we release another 10 teams as we go through the summer, getting ready for the 2026 Summer Classic. It'll be our 16th Summer Classic here in the beautiful Lake City. So sit back, see if your team's in there, or maybe one of your friends' team is in here this time. So let's do a recap and see who we looked at last week. Okay, last week, in case you missed it, we looked at these teams 60 through 69. 69 was the 208 Outlaws. That's Carter Lopez's team from Kamiah. It was their third tournament appearance. Sweet Spot, Stacy Zagorza's team from Coeur d'Alene. It was their 13th appearance here in the Summer Classic, number 68. A first-time team, 67, Pitches and Bros. This was Alex Guerrero's team. 66, Base Invaders. This is a team that's played in the tournament 12 times. Kim Nelson's team from Coeur d'Alene. 65 was a brand new team, Perfection Tire. I think Tyler was the name of the coach for that one, but they did really well. They went undefeated in group play. 64, the Ballaholics, Sydney Johnson's team, had a great little tourney run. 63 was the 509 Nation. They really brought some big bats on Sunday with a couple big scoring games. Number 62, Day Drunk 2.0. This is the team Day Drunk team from Missoula. They've played in many tournaments, just getting better and better. Number 61 is Caught Looking. This team is from Spokane. They had a nice Saturday run and Sunday as well. They did pretty good. And then number 60 was the Sunday Sinners. This team did really, really well, making it all the way to their brackets championship game. They're out of Spokane, and this is the first time that they'd ever been in the tournament. So let's take a look at what's going on for this week. Okay, number 59, we've got the team from Coeur d'Alene, Shenanigans, ran by Troy Johnson. This is a team that's played in the Summer Classic many, many years. This is their 11th year playing in the tournament. In 2024, they ranked 48th. So how did they do? They played out of Group M, where they went 0-3. They took on a really improved Hit It and Quit It team. This is Chris Dunn's team from Spokane. They lost to them 10-20. Then they took on a Holy Cow team that has gotten better in the 2 years they've played. They lost to them 22-5. And then RBI'd for Her Pleasure. This is a Tough Prices team from Missoula. They lost to them 17-1. That put them in the nickel division where they made a run. They won in the first round. They beat Rip It for Ryan 18-9. Then in the quarterfinals, they beat Base Invaders 22-14. Then they beat Caught Looking 15-5. And in the championship, they beat Sunday Center 17-14 to give them the championship. They took home some trophies. So fantastic job for the nickel division winner, number 59. And went a little bit over there. So let's just jump right into number 58, the Oddballs. This team's from Lewiston, Idaho. Kendall Hawks ran this team. This is the first time that they had been in our tournament. So I've kind of mentioned this before in other weeks. We had a lot of Lewiston teams this year. So it was great to see the teams from the 2-hour drive come up for this one. So they played out of Group Q for their first time ever. They played Strife Sports, a veteran team of the Coeur d'Alene Classic. They lost to them 19-12. They took on Swingers 2. There was two different Swingers teams. This is the second of the Swingers team out of Spokane. This was a new team. They beat them 15-6. Then they took on Idaho, a team from Coeur d'Alene, a veteran team for Park and Rec. Only the second time they played in the tournament, and they lost to them 9-8. That put them in the Iron Division, where they took on the B-Town Heroes from Bonners Ferry. This is Casey Salt's team. That's a veteran team. And B-Town came out firing in the first round, beat them 16-0. But overall, number 58, Oddballs for their first time here. I think they did pretty good. Jumping into number 57, we just talked about this team. This is Swingers from Spokane. There was two different Swingers teams from Spokane. This one is run by Steele Adams. This is their first time that they've ever played in this tournament. The other Swingers team has been in the tournament for several years, run by Will Lindenshore. So, but anyways, this is this Swingers' first time ever. They played out of Group Q, where they went 1-2. They took on some pretty good teams too. They lost to Idaho 15-5 in their first game. Then they took on Oddballs from Lewiston, and they lost to them 15-6. And then in the Saturday nightcap for round robin play, they played Stripe Sports from Missoula and were able to outlast them 15-14 to post their first ever Summer Classic win. That put them in the Iron Division where they took on the Oppo Tacos. This is a team that's been in the tournament for 3 years. They play out of Pullman slash Lewiston, and they lost to them in the first round 26-10. But a pretty good showing for this Swingers team out of Spokane, number 55, number 50. And then jumping right into 56, we've got Wasted. This is the second year that Colby Murray has brought a team up from Hermiston, Oregon. So last year they ranked 41st. They were, I think they came in second place in their bracket. I can't remember what bracket they were in. I think the bronze. This year they played in the iron bracket. In group play, they played out of Group O where they went 0-3. They took on the Oppo Tacos, who we just talked about. Lost to them 16-10 in their first morning game Saturday. Then they took on We've Got the Runs. This used to be the in-house sports team, Amanda Hunt's team from Spokane. They lost to them 17-9. And then they took on the Rejects, a team that had a really good tournament run. This is a Coeur d'Alene team, new but veteran players to the Classic, and they lost to them 17-10. That put them in the Iron Division where they took on the RBI'd for her pleasure team, Tough Price's team from Missoula, and they lost in the first round 23-8. So not quite the outcome they had the year before. So number 50. Jumping right back in again as I've gone over again. Number 55 is Pass the Bunt. Tyler Lee Flowers team from Spokane. Used to be from Lewiston, Tyler did, but he's moved up to Spokane and recruited some people from up there. This was they took 2024 off, but they were back. They played in the tournament 4 years. Last time was 2023 where they were ranked 36th. They played out of Group A where they went 1-2. They took on the Montana Braves team, used to be the Hub team, lost to them 13-1. Then they took on the Misfits. This is a team, Anita's team from Lewiston. They fell to them 12-5. I wonder if maybe Tyler knew some people from that Lewiston team. And in the nightcap on Saturday, they played Return to Sender. This was Mikey's team from Coeur d'Alene, and they were able to get their first win of the tournament for this year, 13-8. I put them in the Iron Division where they had a first-round matchup against Drunken Monkeys, Tim Reinhold's team. Good team. 17-11, they fell in the first round, closer than the score would indicate here. So we'll see if Pass the Bunt's back, number 50. Number 54, we had a first-year team in our tournament, Real Life Church from Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. Real Life has had teams in Park and Rec many years. They play on Wednesday nights. They have several teams. They combined them all this year and put together a team to play. And we were really excited to have them in our tournament. And they really overachieved. I thought they had a great tournament. They played out of Group S, where they went 3-0 and they won their group play. They took on Wish You Were Beer from Spokane, beat them 16-6. Then they played those guys, a veteran team from Missoula, beat them 19-2. And another veteran team, Quit Your Pitchin', Alec Kalispell, Lisa Chapman's team, they beat them 14-4. So really 10 run and dominated. That put them in the Iron Division, maybe a little higher than originally anticipated, where they played the Misfits from Lewiston, another first-year team. They fell 14-3 in the first round, but overall, I think Max should be really proud of his team for taking the Group S championship home from the Friday-Saturday play. So hopefully Real Life comes back again next year. I thought they had a great tournament. Number 54, Real Life. And now we have number 53. 53 is the Oppo Tacos. I used to play with this team a little bit down in Lewiston when I lived down there. This team is ran by Rhonda Cooley. They play out of Pullman slash Lewiston. They've been in the tournament now. This is their third year where they ranked 32nd last year. This year they've dropped to 53. But once again, as I've explained before, there was a lot of teams in the tournament this year that were new. They played out of Group O last year where they went 1-2. They beat a really good Wasted team from Hermiston, 16-10. Then in a really close game, lost to Rejects, 14-13. I kind of was praising Rejects earlier. They had a great tournament. And then they lost to We've Got the Runs, which is another quality team. They lost to them 19-9. That put them in the Iron Division this year. One division lower, I think, than the year before. They took on Swingers 2, the new team, Steele Adams team from Spokane. Were able to get by them 26-10. Took on the B-Town Heroes, Casey Salt's team in the quarterfinals. And B-Town just had a great first couple rounds on Sunday, and they lost 17-2. But another great run for Oppo Tacos. They keep on getting better. Another team I know really well, number 52, the Drunken Monkeys. I've never played on this team per se, but we've played them before, and a few of their players have played on our team. Timothy Reinbold has brought a team over for many different times from Spokane. This is actually the 7th year that the team has played. They were ranked 37th in 2024 and had another good quality showing. In Group B, they went 1-1-1. The Friday game, they played Wasted Potential. This was a great game. Wasted Potential came way back. Drunken Monkeys had a big lead, and Wasted Potential made an exciting finish to beat them 19-17 to kick off action in the Summer Classic. Saturday, they took on Pitches and Bros from Spokane, and they brought on their hitting and their defense to win 18-2. And then we've got the Runs too, the team from Olympia. Um, they tied them 9-9 in the final game. That put them in the Iron Division, where they beat Past the Bunt in the first round, 17-11, advanced to the quarterfinals, and took on a RBI for Her Pleasure team that just red hot, lost 3-15. But number 52. Okay, number 51 is a brand new team to the Summer Classic. It's the Misfits, Anita Carmichael's team from Lewiston, Idaho. I've already mentioned that we've had several Lewiston, Idaho teams, and it was great to have all those teams up here. It was their first time ever playing in the Summer Classic, and they played out of Group A, where they went 1-2. They played the Montana Braves, which is a good team. This is a team that's played in the Bronze Division, and they only lost to them 8-5. They took on Return to Sender, Mikey's team from Coeur d'Alene, beat them 10-7. And then Tyler Flowers' team that we talked about earlier at Pass the Bunt, they beat them 12-5. So that gave them actually a 2-1 record. I'm sorry, not 1-2, 2-1. That put them in the Iron Division, where they took on Real Life. We talked about them earlier. Real Life had a great Friday, Saturday round robin play. They beat Real Life 14-3. And then in a defensive battle, they came up short in the quarterfinals to Idaho, 10-7 to knock them out of the tournament. But I think a pretty good run for their very first time ever over here in Coeur d'Alene. Hopefully we see them back this year, the Misfits. We got one more team to look at for this week, and that's number 50. Is this your team? Bad Decisions? If you're AJ Hancock, it's your team. They came out of Missoula, Montana, where they've been coming out of there for 7 years. This is their 7th time at the Summer Classic. 2024, they were ranked 47th. They were 50th this year, which is actually probably an improvement with all the teams that we had. I thought AJ's team played really good this year. They played out of Group U, where they went 2-1. They took on the Rip It for Ryan team out of Kennewick. This is Summer's team, and they beat them 18-6 in the Saturday morning game. Saturday afternoon game, they played Huboff's Landscaping and posted another W, 19-12, a win there over in Plants Ferry. And then they arrived back in Ramsey to take on the 509 Nation, where they ended up tying them 9-9, but that still gave them the Group U win. So they took home a plaque from that group. So nice job, AJ. That put them in the Iron Division, where they took on Strife Sports, a fellow team from Missoula. So I'm sure those teams probably knew each other really well. Strife Sports came out on top 16-5 to knock the Bad Decisions out of the bracket. So, all right, folks, there you go. Teams 59 through 50. We're almost halfway there to the 90 teams from last year's Summer Classic. Tune in next week to see teams number 49 through 40. Thanks, everybody. I appreciate you checking things out.